Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I have got an amazing one for you today. I am in the Long Beach Harbor, and this is the largest port in the world, and right outside the USS Iowa, the Naval Museum. But I'm going to prove to you guys that this country makes nothing. We don't make anything anymore, and it is a huge problem. And as I go through the port, I'm going to show you how China ships to us and we barely sell anything to them or anybody else, and it's an absolute travesty. Before I get into it, please take a second to like the video, please hit the subscribe button, share this with all your friends and colleagues, and you guys are about to be amazed because as I drove here, I'm floored already, and I'm going to show you guys how crazy this is. And again, we make nothing, so let's get into it. So I'm on the SS Iowa right now, and you guys, that's where everything enters from the harbor. But look at all these container ships that are getting unloaded right there. And again, there are thousands of containers that are being unloaded right now with goods from China. We do not sell them anything, guys. We're not making anything. There are absolutely thousands. If you look over here, guys, there's hundreds and hundreds of empty containers that have already been unloaded. All this merchandise that comes from different countries, and we don't make anything. What do we manufacture anymore? What do we make? What are we selling to China right now? We are buying. So if you guys want your cheap shirts, you're getting them. You know, these 30 and 40 foot containers that are out there carry thousands upon thousands of cans of green beans. But, you know, merchandise, food, all this different stuff, hair dryers, everything that I've been told is on these ships and on these containers. It's crazy, okay? Now the big worry is Christmas lights and Christmas items. They're backed up. They're so backed up right now that they anticipate 40 ships out there, just like this one that's almost fully unloaded. When this one gets done, they'll bring another ship out here. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. It's another evergreen ship. And again, this entire ship was loaded, and you can see how they're just working down to get it finished. This is the Iowa. Great. Look at those guns. Just a great place to visit. It's nice of them to let me come out here, but you can see how they're unloading that ship right now. Now the first story is a continuation from the last video, and that's the beautiful Subway company has responded to the fact that they don't have tuna in their tuna sandwiches. And they issued a statement, which the story is included below, which is completely preposterous because they're saying when you cook tuna, it changes the DNA, okay? Which, spoken to scientists and a couple doctors about DNA testing, and they laughed because it doesn't alter DNA. Now, they sent over 5 feet of sandwiches to different labs, okay? So with doing that, Subway said, please understand that the DNA can get altered when you make these sandwiches and heat them, okay? Never heard of that. Plus, they're saying it's 100% wild-caught tuna, which I don't know if I believe it or not. So check out my last video because Subway was accused of not having tuna in their tuna sandwiches, which is funny, okay? So share your thoughts, guys. Is it tuna? Was this a good response? I thought it was awful. One thing that's nice about the San Pedro Harbor is this is where the cruise ships come in at. So to give you an idea right here, that is the Westerdam out of Holland, the Holland American Cruise Line. And behind me, you guys can see all the different cargo ships that are being unloaded. Now, this is really unique because of how busy things are right now. I was here 3 months ago with Jeremiah Babe, and to say that it's gotten busier would be an understatement. It is substantially, there's so many more containers that are emptied that it's indescribable right now. I cannot even tell you how many there are. Now, the average container, okay, is 20 foot long. They come in basically two lengths, 20 and 40 foot. The average 20-foot length can hold 25,000 aluminum cans. It can hold 48,000 bananas. It can hold 12,000 shoe boxes, okay, to give you an idea. Crazy, crazy numbers. And, you know, as I turn around here, and as I'm under the Vincent Thomas Bridge, I mean, you guys, our country is, you know, you guys want discounted goods? Fantastic. We all like getting a good deal on a shirt, whatever, but man, we do not make anything. And I keep saying that, but it is unbelievable that, that there's so much activity out here. People I talk to on the SS Iowa, 30 to 40 ships are backed up right now. So we're gonna get a little closer to some of these container ships. I'm gonna share some more news with you guys as well. One thing that's interesting about cruise ships and boats is that they are constantly painting these cruise ships and these vessels so that they do not rust. Basically, when they are docked, they are being prepped with maintenance continually. And when they're not being used, there's even more maintenance. Now look at all the railway cars loaded with containers. These are all full, going someplace, guys. This is product being shipped from China to us. You guys want discounted merchandise? You got it. But look at this, guys. They're all full, guys. Absolutely crazy. We sell them nothing. Now this next story is out of CNBC, and it's preposterous, okay? In that they're saying, oh my God, you cannot believe this. They're saying that inflation is following the script right now, and that inflation, it's up 3.4% in May, which we all know it's higher than that. Vincent Thomas Bridge behind me, which is really cool. I'm at the Catalina dock where you can take the boats to Catalina. For those of you not in California, there's an island 26 miles away from us called Catalina Island, and you can take boats and ferries out there. Good fishing, places to drink and hang out. It's fun, okay? Anyways, CNBC saying that inflation is following the script, and which is ridiculous to say that, hey, this consumer price expenditure index is the highest it's been since 1992, but it's all, you know, pandemic related, so don't worry about it. Now, as I sit here, there are thousands of containers. Look at this, guys. Thousands and thousands of containers out there. Don't worry, you guys are kidding yourself, okay? One of the listeners wrote me, and he buys steak sandwiches every week. It's one of his things. He likes to make a steak sandwich, and he buys it by the pound, and these packages come, inexpensive product. It was $4.99 a pound, 16 ounces for $4.99. Well, he went to buy it this week, and it had gone up to $6.99. He was upset. So I thought, okay, it's gone up $2 in a week. That's ridiculous. But the packaging had cut off 2 ounces, so he got 2 ounces less, and he had to pay $2 more for it, which again is shrinkflation, and it's a perfect example of what we're paying for right now, guys. You're getting packages that look the same, and you're getting less merchandise, and then you're getting this happening to our country, guys, which this is crazy, guys. When you see these container ships out here, I can't even count how many. Do you know that these huge containers, ships, like this one behind me right there, they can hold 2,000 containers. 2,000 containers on one ship. Is that amazing to think about? It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable you can have that many containers on one ship. Look at all the empty containers. There's thousands out there. Look at all the ships being unloaded in the background. This is the fact that our country doesn't sell anything to China. Very few containers are being sent there, and we're getting thousands every month from China. Look at this. As far as the eye can see, this is the port of Los Angeles. I'm going over the Vincent Thomas Bridge right now, You guys can just see all of that in the background. Absolutely amazing. Ship after ship after ship being unloaded, and there are thousands of containers coming in with new merchandise. Now, this is going to floor you when we go down this hill. Look at that. Look at that container ship right there, totally loaded to the gills. Look at all these empty containers that have already been unloaded. Look at that, guys. This is just a fraction of it. This goes on for both sides of the freeway. We manufacture nothing in this country. This is unbelievable. Now, one thing I want to cover also is the story about universal basic income. I keep getting questions. Dan, August 1st is the day we all get a check written to us. No, guys, it's not going to happen. A restaurateur, Stephanie Bonin, out of Colorado, she started a new change.org petition, and I think that there is now 6 of these. This one has 2 million signatures on it to give people $2,000 a month in free money from the federal government. Guys, this is over with. We're at 25 states now that either are eliminating the pandemic unemployment or have drastically reduced it, with California being the latest, because California is going to insist that the people on pandemic unemployment as of July 11th have to verify where they've applied for jobs. So they anticipate they will lose 60% of the people within 2 weeks. Okay? Which, again, what does that mean? Does it mean these people are not looking for jobs? Who knows? But you're going to have to start verifying exactly where you applied for. Okay? It's kind of a cool place. I've never been out to this side of the area, but they've got internet. You can sit out here, enjoy the sun. You don't even have to be going on the boat right now. But universal basic income, guys, is not going to happen. The 4th stimulus check, okay, there's no talk about that. There's talk about giving assistance to certain people. The child tax credit starts in July for people that have kids. If you have younger kids, you even get more money, but that's just going to be a 6-month payment. And again, I've had people write me that said if they take the monthly payment, they're going to owe taxes at the end of the year. They just would rather have it be a wash when they file their taxes. That's for you and your accountant to answer. But guys, the economy's opening back up, okay? And there's not going to be any more stimulus. It's just not going to happen. Share your thoughts. I know that you're hearing from other people on YouTube and different places, but a lot of this has been debunked. And again, things are opening. They want to get people back to work. You know, what do you guys see in your area? Have you seen these petitions? Have you signed any of these petitions? Share your thoughts, guys. This is a really awesome site. Here I am at the Catalina Flyer dock, and right across, they're using the cruise ships areas to unload the container ships. Now, if you guys can see, look at how the containers are just lined up. Those are 20-foot containers, and they're just stacked up, one next to another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 deep right there, guys. That's crazy, okay? And again, you guys are concerned about inflation. It's only gonna get higher, guys. We don't make anything. I know I've said that like 15 times already in this video, but this is a perfect example, guys, of how we're at the mercy of these other people right now. Now, this next story is about Russia. And a year ago, let's play a little game. How much oil did we buy from Russia in May of 2020 and June of 2020? The answer is none. 0. Didn't buy anything from Russia when it comes to petroleum products and oil, okay? This year, we're going to buy 70 million barrels from Russia. We were energy independent a year ago. Now we're buying 70 million barrels of Russian oil in May and in June. That's lunacy, guys. Now, hey, Dan, you're showing your righty side, whatever. No, I'm not, okay? Again, guys, here's another little trivia thing for you. with the latest stimulus package, Russia is going to send students over here to study at our community colleges, and we're going to spend $3.2 million for that. $3.2 million so Russian students can come and study here in the United States and go to our community colleges for free. And they can take a gap year for free. So again, guys, we need to make things here. We need to take care of our own. We need to start worrying about our country. What can you make? What can you sell? Okay? This is a changing economy all the time. I know somebody who was in the roofing business, and he is now selling VPNs, virtual private networks for the internet. Okay? Saw a limited business with the roofing industry and completely changed it. What can you sell? What can you change and sell right now that you couldn't sell a year ago? Think about that. That's what you need to do. That's what's important right now, and see how you can make some money. But again, we're sending Russian students here and buying their oil now. You can't make this stuff up, guys. We are under the famed Vincent Thomas Bridge. It's kind of a cool view. Just wanted to show that to you guys. You can hear the cars bouncing off of it, you know, up there. That's what that sound is. But you guys can see in Terminal Island how it's just loaded with different containers. It is crazy, guys, because once they unload these containers, they just sit there. Look at these. These are stacked 7 high right there. The empty containers weigh about 2 tons by themselves. But guys, just look at this. Look at all of this over here. Now behind me are thousands of empty containers. Again, we're not shipping anything back to China, and it's ridiculous. This next story is out of Business Insider, and they say 3 things that are going to change post-pandemic with our business economy. And I want you guys to share your thoughts on this one. First things first, they say that we're going to start working more remotely. I totally believe that. I think that the remote working for some people has really been effective, and I know a law firm that is saving $13,000 a month on their rent because they got rid of their big office. They have 1 conference room and 1 small office for files and things like that, and they do everything via Zoom, and when they need to meet a client, they go to the conference room. Pretty cool. Number 2, they say that the hot real estate market is going to continue because interest rates are low, which I think is preposterous, because once forbearance is done and once they finally get rid of the rent moratorium, I think all hell's going to break loose, personally, with the real estate market. And number 3, it's unfashionable to have a service job. That's why people aren't going back to the service work. Okay, again, preposterous. People want a more lucrative job. They don't want to do service jobs. Well, again, if you can't sell, if you can't present something, if you're not a skilled person with a degree, what do you do? Seriously. What job are you going to do? So, you know, it's going to be interesting. California just announced also that it's going to pay rent for all the poor people and pay all their back rent. And again, it will be a lawsuit festival. What about the people that were struggling? I've had people write me, look at the comments below. Dan, we've really had a difficult time this year, but we paid our rent. Those people should be refunded their rent from the state of California. Why not? Okay? Just because somebody's poor and it didn't work during this time, they're supposed to get free rent? Doesn't make any sense, guys. So please share your thoughts on all of this, and tell me what you think. I think Business Insider is insane, and the writer's insane, because the real estate market is going to go south very quickly after this rent moratorium and the forbearance shenanigans end. I had somebody write me again today that they had no idea that the forbearance didn't mean that they didn't have to, that they were not covered for their property taxes. And again, they're facing foreclosure now because of that. So share your thoughts, guys. Thousands of containers empty with goods that have already been shipped here. It has been an interesting day to say the least out here, as I've got the LA harbor there, thousands of container ships that are getting unloaded. You've got the refinery that's making gas for you cheaper than it's making it for the people here in California. And this last story is a Bitcoin story for you guys. And that is Binance, one of the largest exchanges in the world, just got banned from the UK. Dun, dun, dun. And one thing that's funny about this is that they said that they have until Wednesday, the 29th of June, to meet certain criteria, or they're done with the UK. They also have to announce on all their social media platforms that they are banned in the UK. Why is that, guys? Why is that? Okay. Plus, there's another article out of The Block that's saying that the next adjustment for Bitcoin adjustment, will be 20% down. Okay? Again, Bitcoin's fascinating. There could be up to 21 million Bitcoins, maybe more. With the mining of Bitcoin, it's become incredibly expensive right now to mine Bitcoin. Why is that? I thought wind is free. I thought solar's free. I thought that it's free to make Bitcoin. But again, the Bitcoin people are telling me it's not. And you can only have 21 million Bitcoin, and theoretically, based on the pace that they are mining Bitcoin right now, it will take until 2140, or will it? Will it be faster? Well, I've had other people say it's going to be much faster. Share your thoughts. Please don't forget to like the video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And again, guys, we make nothing here, okay? And this is all messed up. You've got tens of thousands of empty containers that are sitting there, that weigh tons, that are not being shipped back to China or any other country right now. Okay? And his motorcycle is way too loud. Okay? Share your thoughts, guys. I'll see you soon. I hope you enjoyed this.